New Super Mario Bros. Wii needs to have its name changed to feel more accurate. Yeah, that's better. Normally I go over the plot at the beginning of the review, but really if you didn't know what the plot of this game was going to be since it was announced, you either A. don't know Mario that well, or B. need to get out of the rock that you've been living under since the mid-80s. Besides, I pretty much just showed you the plotline from the footage I just used. The game feels like a combination between Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. The hub worlds, enemy encounters, item storage, mushroom houses, and flying airships all make their return from Super Mario Bros. 3. The giant gold coins, ghost houses, secret world, fortresses, halfway checkpoint, and Yoshi make their return from Super Mario World. The mini mushroom, cannon shortcuts, and moves from the 3D Mario games make their return from New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. So what's new? While the level designs may look the same, the layouts are completely different. You can also shake the Wii Remote to make the character do a spin. It's not much, but it can actually help. Plus there are certain areas where tilting the Wii Remote can help you out depending on how you hold it. There's also 2 new power-ups and a redesign. The propeller suit gives you a giant jump in the air and lets you slowly come back down. But if you want to come down quicker, you can just press down. The Ice Flower suit comes back from Super Mario Galaxy, but instead of being able to walk on water, you now shoot ice balls that can freeze your enemies, then you can pick them up and throw them. And the Penguin suit allows you to slide, swim better underwater, and shoot ice balls. So really it's more like a combination between the Frog suit from Super Mario Bros. 3 and the Ice Flower suit from this game, plus being able to slide. The gameplay is still pretty much the same from any other 2D Mario game. You go from point A to point B, running and jumping, and if you're familiar with New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, you won't really feel a change here. So what really is new about New Super Mario Bros. Wii? Well, as mentioned earlier, you have some new power-ups. You can play the game with 2 different controllers, the Wii Remote and the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. I personally prefer the Wii Remote held sideways like the NES because it feels more natural. The enemy encounters that you used to fight in Super Mario Bros. 3 have been changed a little. Now instead of simply defeating the enemy, you have to find and collect these 8 Toad icons, then open up the chest that appears, and Toad will give you 3 extra mushrooms for your item stock. Every so often, a Toad will be kidnapped in a level, and it's your job to guide him safely through the level. If you can do it, you'll earn some extra lives and a mushroom house. You don't have to do it, but it can pay off, and it will give the game an extra sense of challenge. Then there's the multiplayer mode, and while it is nice, the lack of online co-op seems a little odd. I remember reading that the reason why it wasn't in there was because the game was running on so much power already that they had no room to put it in. I don't know about you guys, but I would have gladly sacrificed a level or 2 from each world in order to get a few levels of online co-op. And unlike in New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, collecting the 3 gold coins will actually give you a better reward. When you collect all the gold coins in every world, you'll unlock a new level in the secret world, and they can be very challenging, which adds a great replay value. Only for a little bit, but it adds a much better replay value than New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. One of the biggest problems I have with New Super Mario Bros. Wii is that it just doesn't feel all that new. It's pretty much a combination between every other 2D Mario game that's come out before it. Sometimes I have trouble wondering if they're just trying to go for the nostalgic feel, or if they just couldn't come up with anything new. For example, it's great to see the Koopalings return, but they're there for either fan service or because they couldn't come up with new bosses. And it feels like the only new enemy in the game is this guy. I'm not saying fan service is a bad thing, but when there's nothing but fan service and nothing all that new, then you're gonna have some trouble trying to remember which game was which. Trust me, in a few years, you'll be wondering if you were playing this or the DS version. Yes, the look is better on this one, but in terms of gameplay and style, there really isn't that much of a difference. Though I will prefer this one over the DS version, any day. And as far as multiplayer goes, well, it can be fun, but you can only have fun with it when you're playing with people who will take it seriously, and not people who are just going to throw you over a cliff just for fun. Or sometimes they'll jump on your head when you're making a jump and will accidentally kill you. Not to mention that the game can also be a little on the easy side. I mean, sure, the later levels get a little bit more challenging, but by the time you'll get there, you'll have so many lives, you can laugh at it. All in all, New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a really fun game. Sure, it may feel like a bunch of other Mario games that you've played before, but it has a lot of great moments to it. especially the ones in multiplayer mode. Hopefully they're good ones. And personally, I prefer this one over the DS version. I thought that one was completely overrated. A 4 out of 5. A couple of flaws, but overall a good game.
Oh.